It's a beautiful Miami evening, and I want to welcome you to the Suzette Speak Show. I have a very special guest tonight. He goes by the Wellness Pastor. Oh my goodness, I don't know if he's going to be preaching to y'all, but he has some wonderful insights on how you can use wellness in any season of your life. Wellness in season. His company is called In Season, y'all, or out of season. I hope we don't ever get out of season, but it's a biblical concept about being prepared when it's your time. And I think we have a lot of conversations going on about wellness, about health, about how to stay your fittest. But wellness is more than the physical. It is definitely mental. It is also spiritual. And I think I appreciate his full 360 view of how he thinks people can maintain wellness to transform their life. Y'all, we're talking life transformation tonight. I want to welcome you. I see that he brought a lot of people in the chat who are his family. He said he normally does a wonderful, and I say in-season family, meaning his clients that he coaches, right? He's a wellness and transformational coach. He's a motivational speaker, and he has basically support groups and individual coaching that he does to help people improve their wellness. So he actually, y'all, canceled his wellness call tonight to be here. So shout out to the in-season wellness family that's in the chat. I see you already. Say hello and welcome. Why don't you come on in? I see you, Tiffany, saying looking forward. Look, he brought his fam. The in season, that is, fam, and his coaching practice. I can't wait for him to tell you about it because I'm really curious about this concept of wellness. Y'all know that on the Suzette Speak Show, we love to do some personal development and deep diving, but we are going to talk about it from a different angle because he coaches this, y'all, and he lives this. And I think it's important that we see practitioners and coaches who actually follow and do what they preach, and he's helped change many lives. So that's also important. Having worked with so many people who can be a testament to what it is that he coaches in terms of the wellness space. But look him up. I put all of his information. You're going to hear about what he does and what his philosophies are tonight. And I want to welcome, man, the chat is too thick. I appreciate y'all being here. Hey, Ezra. Shout out to Ezra, the insurance broker, a fantastic supporter of this channel who actually made the introduction to me and Jeremie in full disclosure. Look at networking. Let's go, Ezra. And I had a fantastic show as well with Ezra, the insurance broker. You can go back and watch it here on the Suzette Speak channel. So hit the like button first and foremost so more people can watch the stream. We always encourage you to comment as well and share the stream. So afterwards, you can ask any question as I bring up Coach Jeremie Etienne in the chat, or after, if you're watching team replay, say you're watching it when we're not live anymore, you can always ask your question on the comment section, and Coach Etienne will come back. Coach Jeremie will come back and answer them for you. So as we get ready for a great discussion tonight, y'all, pull up a chair. Please share with your friends and family as we get started. Looking forward to hanging out. Said, oh, okay, Coach Jeremie's already in the chat. Let's go. Hello, Ed Weech. I see you. Kimo Wagwan. Happy to have you here, brother. I see you, Daniela, saying the in season, his company, in season family community is present. So without further ado, I want to bring up for the first time on the Suzette Speak Show, Mr. Jeremie Etienne. We're going to be chit-chatting, and I hope you guys will find the conversation uplifting, inspiring, and hopefully you'll get something out of it. How are you, Coach?
Woo! First time, hopefully not the last time. Oh,
no,
man.
Of course.
Oh, man, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe we're really doing this. Man, this is so great. It's such an honor to be here on the Suzette's Speak Show. Man, you're doing amazing things. And I'm just so grateful that you're doing this for our community. You're waking up lives, you're changing lives. And I'm just honored to be here and share my knowledge and share my story.
I love it.
Yeah.
Listen, you brought family with you now. You brought your team and
The
you brought your
crew.
clients and you brought everybody else.
The crew is here. The crew is here. We definitely we have our call every Monday. We do it around 7:00. We want to make sure that everyone in the community is fed. We want to make sure that they have the information to get into the week. So we have our Monday call just to get started with our week, just to make sure we're doing everything right within our community. So we want to make sure that we're doing. But it was like, hey, Jeremy, are you going to be live? You should what we should do in our
Oh
call. I
Lord.
said,
Well, y'all,
guys,
thank you for letting me
we
push y'all in back y'all call because I was having a rough one getting here. So
oh man,
sometimes those are good indicators. That means we're about to have a great conversation. I see hello, bonsoir. Okay, Haitian Creole in the building. Thank you, Edwige. I'm grateful that you're here. Hey, Andre, one of my fantastic subscribers. Y'all hit the subscribe button, please.
hit
And
it,
let me know that you're watching. Hey, Damon, great to have you. David, what's up, Mr. Hunt? Good to have you. Great Pill in the building. I'm getting a little bit of feedback on your end, Jeremy. I don't know if
yeah.
it's your mic or when I speak, not when you speak, but I can hear myself. I don't know if you have a headphone or if you'd like. I don't know if that can come down just a little bit in terms of the volume. I just want to make sure they have
All
y'all
right.
hearing feedback right in the chat. I hear it. So I just want to make sure if the mic is excuse me, if the speaker is too high, we correct it now so everybody has a great listening
Let me see
experience.
something. Okay, let me see what I can do on my side. Maybe I need to change my speaker. Okay.
Awesome. And while you do that, welcome Tamara. Oh, is that the other half? Who is Tamara?
Yes, it is. That's my sugar boo.
Yeah, support, support. Say boop, 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 boop. Let's go
There
and
you
see.
go. That is it. Yes,
Salute to the
ma'am.
moderators. I see you, David Carmena Show. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for watching and supporting. Hit the like button. Says Mr. David Hunt. Please hit the like. It's way better. Can you still hear me?
Perfect. I switched it
Okay.
up. We're good now.
Okay, perfect. Mandrell in the building. Hey, Mandrell, great to have you. Hey, Daddy
They
from the
coming
kids,
in.
Sophie, Ja, TJ, and Sam. Okay. Okay, cool. Tiffany said she did hear some feedback. Y'all tell me if it's gone, but I just want to make sure we have you hear it still. All right.
You
Yes,
should
you
be
heard a
good
little.
now. I think it's good.
Okay, so turn it down a little bit more for me and let me go ahead and let's just jump right in. You hear it, David? Yeah, he just wrote that. So there's a little bit of feedback, but don't worry. I feel like it's almost like I can hear my voice through your computer.
Ah, yeah. I'm trying to figure out. I thought we cleared it. Let me try it again. All right.
Okay, I want to make sure everybody say hello and come in. This is Suzette Speaks, and if you're new, I have a channel here on YouTube where we speak to interesting people who are trying to uplift, inspire, and educate the community. There's always room for intellectuals and people that like to think. Yeah, I definitely hear myself. I'm gonna mute myself on when I speak. How about that? So if I mute myself, I don't hear it at all. I hear no feedback at all. But if I unmute you, I can hear myself through your computer. So what I'll do is I'll try to keep you muted when I speak so I don't hear the feedback so we can keep it moving. So yeah, tonight, Jeremie Etienne is in the building, wellness coach, entrepreneur, a person who tries to elevate his community through his gifts. And I wanted to bring him on to give us an idea as to what we can do to change our lives through the concept of wellness. We hear that word, we think fitness. I know I think exercise, and everybody is not jumping for joy when they hear that. But we're also thinking again, mind, body, and spirit. We've talked about wellness in this channel. I had a lady, a fantastic woman in Zinga Oniwosa last week who talked about how detox changed her life and how she provides that type of support. So I've been in kind of that mood, Jeremy. We've been in kind of like the renewal of the mind, renewal of the body, and then of course the spirit. But let's first of all get to know you. Tell us how you got into this space and how you got into coaching.
So I started off as a personal trainer. I was doing great. I loved doing. So I started off just hanging out with my friends. Hey guys, I'm working out at the track. Come work out with me. And they were like, Hey man, you should actually start charging for this. I was like, let me get my certification first. So when I transitioned to certification, started doing the boot camp thing. Then I went and started doing some warehouse workouts. And then I had a colleague of mine say, Hey man, you may want to start working out of a gym. So I transitioned to a gym, like a luxury style gym, and started seeing the mechanics of how things work in there. And I was like, man, I want to do something different. So I started doing a little research, and I was like, you know what? Let me just focus on the nutrition because I love nutrition. So I just started just going to continue my schooling in nutrition and dietetics and nutrition at FIU. And then we moved to Georgia, and then my life just changed. After studying in Georgia at Life University, still same major, I had an opportunity to work in a cafeteria, working under dietitians, and then finally I just hit an epiphany in my life where I was like, you know what? we do a lot of nutrition education in the hospital setting, but I want to do something that is life changing. I want to be able to really make a change in someone's lifestyle. So I started doing the research. I'm like, okay, if I can't be a personal trainer, I can't be a dietitian, what am I going to be in life? So I did my research, and I came to this overall thing called wellness coaching. I was like, wellness coaching, what is that? So I started doing the research, looking around. I was like, wow, wellness coaches, they don't focus only on just exercise and nutrition. Now, that is my expertise, but they bring a aspect that is more than that. So you think about, okay, you have physical wellness, which is exercise and nutrition, but then you have mental wellness, you have emotional wellness, you have occupational wellness, which most people don't talk about. We have environmental wellness, we have social wellness, we have financial wellness, all these different realms. Sometimes some people you will use the seven, some people will go up to nine different realms of wellness. But I began to understand that there is more than just physical wellness. So I was like, man, I need to do more research. So I started doing more research, started learning more about the holistic aspect of nutrition and exercise. And I started to know that as I did more research, I was like, man, like I'm learning that a lot of the most successful people in the world play a lot of attention to their overall wellness. And I was like, man, so if you really want to be successful, you have to just, you can't just focus like on exercise and nutrition. You got to focus on everything. And it just goes to like, think of it like a pillar holding your life up. You have physical wellness over here, financial wellness, emotional wellness, holding everything in your life up. But then let's say your emotional wellness starts to fall apart. As those pillars start to fall apart, other aspects of your life starts to get affected. Let's say you emotionally not feeling in place. Your money start looking funny because now when you go to work or when you're meeting a client, you're not 100% there. Now your money's not looking funny, and then now let's say you're at Whole Foods, you buy all this organic foods, and then like, man, my money's looking funny. I can't afford Whole Foods no more. I can't afford all these different types of nutrition. I can't afford this healthy lifestyle I'm living, whatever your budget was, and now your nutrition starts to suffer. But now you're like, okay, I'm feeling bad, and I can't have I don't feel like working out. So now your exercise starts to suffer. So it starts to trickle down. And you can pull on any aspect, it's going to trickle down to every other. So we have to make sure we pay close attention to every aspect of wellness. And that's what you call it, like a check-in, a little self-check with yourself. So I noticed that every single person focus on their overall wellness. And then I was like, okay, let's get a little bit specific. You know, tell me what you guys are doing. And I started to learn that the most successful people in terms of their overall wellness starts to focus on these habits. And I noticed that the habits that they have are always kind of circling around all the year round. So I developed the 24 habit system. And in this 24 habit system, I use it with my clients. I use 12 of them, focus more on nutrition and exercise, just trying to be generally healthy and lose weight and just overall and focus on that aspect of it. But then another aspect is personal development where we just try to make ourselves better. I feel like God has blessed us with opportunity to be great and excellent in every aspects of our lives. There's no reason why we should live a lifestyle that is mediocre. So I focus 12 habits on how we can be a better person, how we can self-develop a person. And then if you apply these habits every single day, every single season through your life, you will always be in season. So that's my motto, my quote. No matter the season, you can always be in season.
I love it. So we're talking about remaining in season, and I think that is a wonderful way you have described it when you talk about holistic. I love what I'm hearing because it's just not one side. It's just not one aspect. Of course, we start with physical, and then I think people may think wellness as in mental. But when you have described, financial and all the other ways in which you have to really think about maintaining not only balance but good health and good relationship within yourself, to money, to your emotions, to all the aspects of your life. I'm grateful that you are giving people real life tools to live by, because again, we know what not to do often sometimes, but we don't know what to do when it comes to some of these areas of our life. So talk about your clientele, your typical client. When they're coming to you, what is it they're looking for?
So most of my clients come to me typically for either two things. I typically deal with a lot of entrepreneurs and professionals. So I'll meet nurses. I will meet people like who are singing artists. I'll meet people who, hey, I just started my own business, and I'm just trying to get the mindset of being an entrepreneur. I get people who are just been in business for a while, but just kind of in a rut, and they're just trying to get back into the groove, back into some motivation. So we kind of digged into that. But generally, most of my clientele are people like, hey, I'm just trying to be healthy. And what happens usually with that group or clients, even while we're doing health and nutrition, we're going to end up digging into those other aspects. It's going to be some personal development in there because it's like I said, it's all tied in together. So there's going to be some times where I'm going to have to talk to you about your social wellness. There's going to be sometimes I'm going to have to talk to you about your financial wellness, and I might have to advise you, say, hey, I got a financial advisor that you can connect with. Maybe he can help you out. So I'm a big advocate for the other realms as I push physical wellness. So typically that's the type of clients that I meet. I want to lose weight. I want to or I just say, Jeremie, my life is kind of screwed up and heading in the wrong direction. I need you to just put a shock to my system.
I know
So,
it.
so typically I meet people like that.
Awesome. So I want people to understand who it is that you help so that if they are in need of something similar, they know that, you're the person. I think sometimes people feel like, we understand where mental health professionals come in. We understand where even medical doctors come in, but people who are coaching and supportive in between those two, I think also play a very vital role. And sometimes people don't understand when they can or should possibly seek out additional support. I'm talking with Jeremie Etienne, everybody. He is a wellness and transformational coach. We're talking about how wellness and the concept of wellness. And again, he's doing a wonderful job explaining how it's not just physical wellness. It is, I call it a 360 look all the way around your life in all the areas of your life. If you're thinking about, feeling, a little unbalanced or dis-ease, as people would say, or that you don't know where to turn or how to, bridge your next goal or even troubleshoot your problems that you're facing, having someone to support you like a coach, super important. Sometimes we try to lean on our friends. Our friends are not always equipped. I was just telling homeboy that the other night. I was like, you need an actual therapist. Like, I can listen to you. I'm gonna let you get it out your, out you and on, out of your heart. Cause sometimes that talk therapy is just really important. But to help you find real solutions, I can do only so much based on my life experience. But there are trained professionals, y'all, like a Jeremie Etienne, who are trained to understand what it is you're doing and how to regain balance in an area of your life that you're not sure how to go about it. So again, we oftentimes know, oh, okay, we shouldn't be doing this, but what should we be doing? And he has developed, as he said, 24 habits. He's not going to give them all away here, right? Y'all going to have to support. Go to his website. I have it up here. You want to go to InSeasonJeremie.com, right? InSeasonJeremie.com. His company is called InSeason, how to maintain your wellness, both in your current season and for future seasons to come. So I'm grateful that he's here. So give us a look into some of these habits that you're talking about. Great to see you, Coach. Okay, Lania Gellin in the building. What's up, Wonderful 34? I see you. Thank you again, everybody who's watching live. Hit the like button and the subscribe button to my channel if you don't mind. I do shows probably 2-3 times a week. So great having him here and great having all of you watching. So I want to get into where do you, first and foremost, before we get into the actual habits or get a sneak peek behind a few, talk about where you see people having the most challenges in this current day and time. There's so much stress in our lives. I can't even tell you how much stress I feel sometimes. And people think she has a big smile on her face. She's fine. I can only be like, I'm holding it together. God, I'm holding it together. Where do you think people are the most out of balance or lacking the most wellness?
Believe it or not, people lack the most wellness and you. Okay, so we have the big four, right? You have the physical wellness, so that's like one of them. You have spiritual wellness, you have financial wellness, and you have social wellness. So those are the big four. Usually, those are things that's going to come up the most every single time with every single client. Is going to be issue. Hey, my health is declining. I'm getting obese, or my BMI is kind of high, or I just talked to my doctor. He said I'm pre-diabetic or I'm pre-hypertension. I get clients like that. Or sometimes it's social wellness, or sometimes it's financial wellness. It's just like, hey man, I got some things going, but like I don't know, like I'm like I meet some people so talented,
But they money
but
funny. Hello, I've been there,
yeah,
done that.
money funny, And it's like, man, so then I start talking to them. I say, well, tell me what you do. Tell me your certifications. Tell me what some of these things do. And then I was like, they'll tell me. And I'm like, okay, one of the focus thing, and I'm gonna give them a little bit right here. Just I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you one right here. One things we focus on is purpose, right? So I do a big discovery session with all my clients where I literally sit down and ask you a plethora of questions. Sometimes it takes 2 to 3 sessions, and I start identifying like, okay, tell me what do you want? What's the big dream? And then tell me what's your likes, what's your dislikes, what do people know you for? So we break it down and figure out what is your purpose, what has God called you here for? Because at the end of the day, two things are happening in life. First, you have to find who you are. We have our upbringing and everything like that that brings us up, but then eventually you come out of that setting and you need to find out who you are as a person. Who is Suzette outside of the way her church brought her up, the way her neighborhood brought her up, or outside of all her experience? We're going to put all that up, and then we're going to find out who is Suzette. But then Suzette has to create her unique self. So we need to find out who that person is and where that person is going. So we define that, and I'm telling you, I get some people talking, and they say, "Yeah, I want to do this." But then after we go through all the questions, I'm like, "Your questions are telling me you need to be this. You're saying you need to be this. First, let's scratch all that. Let's either meet in the middle, or we need to pivot and go in this direction." So
I
that's
love that. And I'm just gonna comment real quick, and I'm only muting you because of the feedback. I enjoy hearing this so much because I'm a person that also many people come to for help. One thing I don't know, now I know where to point them to, is when people don't know their purpose, what to do with them. Because I can help you kind of implement a few things, but I can't necessarily help you discover that. I always tell them that's between you and God, prayer and supplication, as well as looking back through your life. This is the best answer. I hope you're approving of it. Looking back at your life and what you used to do with just the joy. You didn't have to pay a bill. You didn't have to be forced to. Where was your original joy? Where did you have the most pleasure? I'm talking about ages 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's what I've come up with because I used to mimic the Mickey Mouse Club and host shows in my living room with my cousins. That's what I was playing around doing. So if I was hosting shows with my cousins playing around, you know why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. That question of purpose is super important. And what tends to happen when people are out of touch outside of their purpose?
So what happens when people are outside of their papers on purpose? One, a lot of things they start to feel a sense of their productivity starts to decline. You start to feel out of place. You start to act out of character. You start to feel like your life is started heading in a direction you don't want to go. You're confused because you keep on hitting walls for some reason. You don't understand why you're hitting walls, and then now fear starts to arise because now when people tell you, hey man, you should go out there and go get it, or you should be doing this, you don't want to do it because you notice that every time you try, you hit a wall, you got stuck. So now I meet a lot of clients that like they're like, hey, I'm really stuck in life and I really don't know. I tried everything and I'm just trying to figure out life. Some people are like, hey, I need you to talk to my husband because he's been working all these different jobs and he doesn't know where to go. So sometimes it's just simple conversations like that, and when I'm just trying to just pinpoint who are you and where are you going, and so I'm just trying to put all the pieces together. And once I put all the pieces together, now we're just trying to create a timeline, some structure. A lot of us have issues in life because we don't have a structure, we don't have a rule book, we don't have a plan. And even the Bible said, write the vision and make it plain. And a lot of times we thinking a lot of things, but we're not writing it down and we're not making it make sense. So
Yeah.
that's one of the things I do. I'm not saying I'm the all cure all, but I'm going to put you in place, and then literally God is going to fill in the gaps from
I
there.
love it. So, guys, if you're struggling with these areas, you got to call him. This is a way that I think his service is unique because I think a lot of people jump ahead. And again, where I would come in is after you know what you're trying to do, I can help you market it. I can help you do other things and how to get it to certain people. I can do that. The politics of it, I can do that. There's a question here. Thank you. The David Carmena Show asks, out of the big four, which wellness should we focus on first? How would you answer that?
Oh, this is a really good question. So you have to identify it because everyone's going to be different. When you look at your life, I always tell people, let's give yourself a grade from 1 to 10. So you look at every wellness and say, all right, financially, talk to me. Grade yourself from 1 to 10. And I'll give them like little things to kind of like guide them in direction. Like, I don't know how to grade myself financially. All right, well, do you have life insurance? Let's start there. Do you have
Ezra.
a savings account? Do you have
Mhm.
more than $1,000 in that savings account? Do you have something that measures like stocks? You have some investments that we were talking about. Do you have a good job? Can you afford to pay your bills? Do you have a budget? So I start naming those things, and then they're like, "Oh yes, I have this. Oh yes, I have that." And then they're like, "You know what? I think I'm an 8 here." But if you start to say, "No, I don't have this," or "No, I don't have that," then you're gonna start to say, "You know what? I think I'm a 2. I need a little work." So we start to analyze little things, and then I let them grade themselves, and then we're gonna pick one, max 2 forms of wellness to focus on.
I
So
love
people
that.
try to, oh, I'm going to tack everything at once. No, 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 don't do that. Let's focus on one form of wellness and build our way from there.
That sounds great. So it sounds like basically David Carmena's show is different for everybody. Each person has a different starting point depending on which area of your life needs work. Natalie Botek says, I will call you for sure. Hello, we're here. That's why we're here. Let's say Ezra say, I'm here if y'all need the life insurance. Now don't call anybody else. Call Ezra. I love it. Ishmael, welcome. Says, great advice. I love how he breaks it down into micro steps and helps you analyze what forms of wellness to tackle. Good job, bro. Thank you for that observation. Hey, Karine, tuning in. I haven't seen you in a while, sis. I hope you're good. We're here, Coach Jeremie, helping us understand wellness and how we can use it to transform our lives. So, Coach, I'm grateful that you said each person has a different starting block. Hello, comparison culture. Not everybody has the same issues in the same areas of wellness that you have. Sometimes you cannot be following the next person. You got to figure out your own rule book and your own playbook for what you're going to step up to. You're writing it down because that's important. You're asking, oh, this is what I was going to ask you, Coach. That what you're describing to me is what I find the most difficult thing for a lot of people now to adapt to is self-awareness. It is amazing to me how people struggle to be self-aware. I say we can find other people with issues. We can see what's wrong with other people's lives. We can put, 1,000 suggestions together for our brothers and sisters. But when it comes to ourselves, it's very difficult for people to see. So I'm grateful. And it sounds like what you are giving them is kind of the opportunity to look at oneself from a bird's eye view, from an outside yourself view, not what you think you got going on. But the truth is, if this is not in order and that is not in order, then you really need help. Edwidge P said, that's my coach. Yeah, okay. But it sounds like self-awareness is just a struggle because people don't really realize until someone points it out. Oh, I don't have that. Oh, I did struggle like that. Oh, I had a friend girl just tell me about a situation where a young man is struggling to live. Like he's in between houses and he's like, I need a realtor. And she's like, okay, how much is your income? He don't have no job right now. Wait a minute. Let's not talk about the house. Let's talk about the income first, get the credit right. Then we can kind of do some things together. It's like people skip steps or they see their neighbor doing something, looking left, looking right, and they automatically think they should be doing it. How can people, if they're working or worried about their own ability to self-assess, how obviously call you and start by getting other people to knock on that door and try to open it for you? How do people though stay in touch with their actual situation, not their wishful, let's say, situations?
Oh, remember, I was talking about purpose. That's habit 1. Habit 2 for personal development, my personal development clients, is fasting for purpose. And what we do when we fast for purpose is basically there's a part of the year you can do it for 24 hours, 1 day. You can do it for 3 days, or you can do it for 7 days. Where there's a part of everybody's season. You have a season in life where it's kind of slow. It could probably be in December. It could probably be in the summer. It could probably be in the spring. But there's a part of the year where it's super slow, where you should dedicate to yourself for this time of self-awareness or self-awareness. So basically what you're going to do, and I call it a sabbatical. You're taking a sabbatical. It could be a 24-hour sabbatical, a 3-day or a 7-day. I know some people take a month, 3 month sabbaticals. But basically, you're taking that opportunity for you to refuel. You had a big year, you worked hard, you put everything into it, you went 110%. Awesome, amazing. So now we need to evaluate, what did I do good? What did I didn't do good? Now I set some goals for myself. Am I still aligned with the purpose that I wrote down for myself? Am I aligned with those goals still? Do I need to change? Do I need to reevaluate? So now this is a good opportunity for you to be self-aware. Go to a hotel, lock yourself in there, go somewhere, go out of town, go to the woods, go somewhere, no phones, no anything, just you, maybe a nice little book. When I went on my sabbatical, I read a book on balance from Pastor Torre. I went on sabbatical for 2 days and I just dug in and I was like, where is Jeremie messing up? I realized on my sabbatical I was putting too much output, and I need to bring my output down so I could be more effective. But I would not done that if I didn't slow things down and take time for myself. So sometimes it's just silly, just getting out of your environment and just being in tune with yourself, creating an environment to be self-aware. So now you can now properly self-assess, and then now you just you and God, just figuring it out, And it's gonna come to you, trust me. It's gonna come to you. You're gonna write it down, and then now you just take it from there. Pick up time of the year, every year, that's your time. Don't bring your wife, don't bring your kids, don't bring your friends, your girlfriends. That's your time.
I love it. Coach, you are speaking my language because even within myself, you are kind of telling my story right now. I usually have a big women's conference every April, and I'm not doing it this year because I'm trying to get in alignment. I feel like God is doing a new thing. I don't know what that new thing is. I have been praying about it. I haven't been doing as much fasting because I'm Daniel fasting, but not no food yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the light vegetables and stuff, but I've thought about it in so many times. I'm like, I can tend to be busy just for the sake of busy because it's what I've always done. But I think what you're saying has so much truth. I have friends now who are making big job decisions, other things, and they want to tap my brain, and I'm like, just get quiet. You don't need me. I don't want you to come back. First of all, I don't want you to come back to me and say, well, you said no. Get with God. Get quiet in what you're saying. Fast. Even if it's 24 hours and that's all you can do because you're working and you need your energy, et cetera, et cetera. You need to get with God sacrificially and allow something new to get poured into you, right? And every culture or every religious culture has a fasting understanding that is a level or a way of accessing higher levels in spiritually induced understanding. And I guess I need to also go a little hard on that. Praise God. All right, we're getting my life together. Let's read a few comments. Coach Jeremie in the building. Kareen says, OMG, this is me. I'm so okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me. He's gonna go ahead and get a mic. I know. I don't want to pause you or your headphones. I want to make sure we hear you clearly when I'm speaking, but I want to always make sure the viewer is getting a great listening experience. Shout out to Kareen. Let me read a couple more comments. He's doing work here, y'all. He is a wellness transformational coach, Jeremie Etienne. You can find him InSeasonJeremie.com. You can find him on all socials as well. And he's teaching us about how he is able to coach people and some tips as well. You're welcome. How to maintain your wellness in terms of your holistic wellness, not just physical. So I'm hoping it's helping somebody. Lania says, Jeremie has helped us to pay more attention to the amount of starch and fats. We are putting in our bodies. Oh God, can he help me with that? To have a balanced weight. I'll be on a diet, Coach Jeremie, and then all of a sudden I don't be caring. I'll be on a diet and it'd be like 2 days a week. I'd be like, I don't care. This is me. Y'all gonna be mad. It'd be 2 days a week when I'm like, I don't care. And then that's why I'm not losing no weight because I be Sir, I'll tell the truth. Y'all, it's nothing to be ashamed of. We all have our struggles. But yeah, that'd be my problem. I had 2 days a week. I went to brunch. Man, I got an award yesterday, Coach. Thank God for recognition. I got an award yesterday. Outstanding Black woman in law. Thank you. Celebrated in Miami. Thank you at the Dunn's Josephine Hotel. Y'all can go to my Instagram stories and check me out. I'm gonna post a lot of the video. People just started sending me because when you're getting the award, you can't take the video. And I was grateful. And I thought about that. But while I went to 4 events yesterday. I was supposed to do so many things. This is life. But I had a beautiful Sunday. One being a recognition event and brunch in honor of women who work to increase justice in the community. And it said trailblazer. And I'm sitting next to the women who I consider Miami lawyer trailblazers, and they're calling me one. And I was like, okay, God, thank you for this recognition. It was 5 of us. Fantastic event. Thank you. I forget the name of the main sponsor. Oh, that's bad. But anyway, got a plaque, went over to Little Haiti Cultural Center in Miami. They have a once a month gospel. See, this is what I'm telling you. I'm gonna get my 360 wellness. There's a point I'll be telling you this. So I went over, got a gospel show, Women of Gospel series that they're doing for Women's History Month, free every Sunday. And the ladies who were at the brunch was like, we're going over to Little Haiti thing. Go. Got my soul fed. Then went to, this is so terrible. Then went to a reggae open air day party right after the gospel show. We getting balanced. I'm coming somewhere. Let me work. Let me cook. So then I went 360. I went there, had an amazing time, had a fun, wonderful open. It was a girls' day of like, it was just nice in a park and like a DJ, beautiful sights and sounds. You know how Miami is. And then I went to the nighttime party that was also produced by one of my old boys. That was so much fun. Like that was like the real dance hall sweat. Okay, I love to dance, right? So I think about it and then think about what I would have eaten at each of these spots, Coach. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So when it comes to the discipline of every day, hold out and stay consistent, that can be a struggle for many of us, okay? So I'm pointing out my flaws, praise the Lord, so that you guys can see in me that there are always going to be areas of our lives where we need accountability, where we need, coaching and support, right? So that we stay consistent. So hearing you say this, that's what triggered me. Because yesterday I had the best, most beautiful Sunday ever. I was like, God, thank you for this day of just recognition, sisterhood, fellowship, dance, music, beauty, outdoor beauty, looking up at this beautiful sky in Miami. And I thank God for each of those phases, even though some of y'all might have a problem with me going out after the Gospel Fest. But nonetheless, I see that, all of us have it, in any area of our life. That might be my struggle. You might have a different struggle, right? You might not even understand what your struggle is, but you're going to have people like a Coach Jeremie Etienne that can come and help you to assess, to come up with a plan. And thank God for him being able to let you know, guess what? We don't eat a lot, but we do eat a lot of starch and fats, though. How about that? And I realized even eating good things can make you fat. Too much of a good thing can make you fat. So people have to understand not that we're not smart, but it's really difficult sometimes to have all the answers. So there are people that can give you the support. Thank you. One day at a time, Linnea said, I'll do it. One day at a time. I got Ezra laughing at me. Terrible. My schedule was my schedule. Listen, we dropping gems, says Ezra. Yes, Tamara Etienne comes in strong. Alone time period. Sabbaticals are for rest, not for more work. Great point, sis. Yes, we need help sometimes. I'm gonna try to do better, y'all. I'm gonna try to do better. But thank you, Kareem. But your comments, Coach, on what you're hearing.
Man, hey, first of all, if y'all judging my friend, don't judge my friend. Don't judge my
I'm
friend.
gonna tell you what I did. Now I'm not gonna throw a rock and hide my hand. I'm gonna tell you.
Hey, honesty is the best. We are saved by the word and by the about testimonies, man. So definitely, God created this world so we can enjoy life, man. And there's so many beautiful things in life. So we have the opportunities for joy, like, there's a verse that says everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial.
Wait, hey.
So we have to make sure that we're always juggling a good, healthy lifestyle. Sometimes we might go a little off. Sometimes we might have a little bit too much fun. I had a client send me a message. I was like, it was her birthday. And then she was like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I had me a couple of drinks. And it's like, it went out of hand. The pounds went up because usually when you drink alcohol,
yes,
it's negative. It's negative.
My hands were swollen. I didn't have a ton, but I was like, my hands actually look fat. Like, is that weird? Like, I felt like I was retaining water. But anyway, go ahead, Coach.
And then that's what happens. So basically, your body is negative calories. So your body sees it as a foreign object in the body. So what happens? Your body has to address the alcohol in order for it to continue to function. So let's say you had maybe some tacos, some people like have fish tacos with the alcohol, whatever like that, or you had a burger or whatever the case may be, or maybe you had a healthy salad, whatever it is.
No, I
Put a
went to
good
Dunkano and I had some curry shrimp after the last stop. After I been had omelet, pasta, and things at each of the
Oh
other.
Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord.
It was terrible. Yesterday, I will take full ownership of what happened. But yeah, exactly. So you have these moments, though. You have these.
You have them, and it's a part of it. It's definitely a part of it. And I don't I don't tell people to abstain. I want you to enjoy life, but I want you to make sure that your health is always at the forefront. So definitely, we once you get past that, your body goes through a little bloat. Sometimes it takes 2 to 3 days. So you might even gain weight 2 to 3 pounds, even 4 or 5 pounds sometimes after a heavy day like that. But then eventually your body gets back into routine, and then you start to go back into losing weight. And then after 2 to 3 weeks, you're back into a nice, healthy weight loss mode again. Or, whether you're maintaining weight, you're back to a healthy rhythm again. So don't be afraid,
Gotta
guys.
live, y'all. But no, that's at least give me some hope because in my own mind, I know what's wrong because people be like, you always talking about a little, healthy and eating, and I do 90-ish% of the time, but that 10%, it can ruin you. And it's good to know that there is support out here, y'all. Let me
Yes.
read another comment. David, they say, what does a healthy balance look like? It says, Shayana Javier, Janvier. Okay, cool. Shayana, we'll get to your question, and I would like to read David's comment. It says, I eat an extremely low carb, high protein diet to keep my ideal weight. But I do fall off the wagon from time to okay. I'm not the only one. Praise be to God. I didn't know you have also a channel, so y'all go ahead and subscribe. Jeremie also has a YouTube channel, so if you are not subscribed to my channel, please do so now. And if you're not subscribed to his channel, please do so now. So the question was, Shayana Janvier was asking, what does a healthy balance look like? Can you define that, I guess, Coach?
So, hey, if you want to know what a healthy balance is look like, you got to get on the program. you got
Sign it up in season.
So, but I'll give you kind of an idea. But basically, we want to make sure, like going back to what I stated earlier, we want to get back into the habits. So, a balanced lifestyle, a healthy balanced lifestyle, is we want to make sure that we're getting the adequate amount of carbs. Because make sure we have to understand carbs is what we use as fuel. It's our primary fuel source, and then comes the fat as a fuel source. So we have to understand, what does your activity look like? If you're a person sitting at the desk all day, you don't need that much carbs. Like you don't need that. But if you're a person like, hey, I'm a nurse, I do a lot of walking, I'm going from room to room, or you say, hey man, I work out 3 to 4 or 5 times a week, then you need adequate amount of carbs. So we need to address how much carbs do you need, and then take it from there. Some people don't even digest carbs that well. So sometimes you could even go, you could test that you could take to understand what is the breakdown of the amylase in your tongue. And that basically, amylase is the thing in your bite that helps you break down the carb. It starts with in your mastication, where you break down your food. And through that testing, it's just a little swab test, and they identify, do you break carbs very well, on a moderate level, or on a low level. So sometimes it's just understanding that. So and you could tell, guys, some people, you eat a burger, you blow up, you know how it is. Some people, they eat that burger and they look the same way. Like, man, you eat all these food and nothing happens to you. Sometimes it's metabolism. Sometimes it's the way their body is, and their body, maybe it's their genetics, maybe it's something from their family history, but they break down carbs very well. So we need to identify that and figure out what makes sense for you. And then there's other things to keep balance. Okay, now that we know the carbs, are we getting adequate protein? Are we getting adequate fats? And then we need to think about all the other things that surrounds the good healthy diet. Are we taking in good probiotics? Maybe our digestive health is bad. Is our workout routine is good? Some people are all about cardio. Some people are strength training. We need to balance the two worlds together. And don't forget, we need to get some stretching in there. We need to maybe do some yoga, maybe some Pilates. So these are all the things that you learn as we go into my course, into my program. We talk about every single habit, 12 of them. And then as you go through the program, you're going to start noticing that you do things different. A lot of times, sometimes I don't even have to advertise for my clients, because they are my advertisement. They go out to eat, and people are like, hey, I'm going to order this and I'm going to order that. My clients are like, nah, I don't eat that. I
Listen,
don't
you have
get
a
it. I don't.
testimonial right here. Ishmael says, I'm not even a direct client of Jeremie yet, but learned so much from one of his clients. And by default, lost weight and reached my healthy goals. That's the indirect impact he's had. Wow, Ishmael. That actually is really amazing. Listen, you just said
The
it. Let's
system
go.
works. The system works. The system works. So I'm grateful that God's blessed me with this concept, and I'm able to reach out to community. And like I call myself the wellness pastor, ordained by God, not by man. And basically, my goal was I need to get my church people because we spiritually good, but we not physically good.
High
So we
blood pressure, diabetes.
hello. So we got some pastors that's diabetic. We got some pastors with hypertension. We got some pastors taking pills. They don't need no sense need to take it. I want to make sure that all our pastors, all our youth leaders, all our people in administration, I want them to live long lives. So my goal is every people bring me to your church. Let me talk to your church. Let me talk to your community, and I can speak to them. I could break these things down. I could come with my crew. We could bring a nice little presentation and help you guys in that aspect. But yeah, that's my goal. And that's what we do here at InSeason Wellness Community. We do some of our free stuff because we want to make sure we're taking care of our community. And yeah,
I
the
love
system
it.
works. The system works.
You can hear the passion that he has, y'all, that he is putting out there for anybody, man, woman. It sounds like different age groups. I see you on your Instagram with kids and talking to young people. You say in the church, out of the church, wherever y'all want him. Especially, hey, Mergeline Pierre, nice to hear from you. Glad you're watching. If you are a member of the In Season, just type In Season. If you're a member of his community, could you just type In Season for me in the chat so I can see you? They are all here strong. So I always say, if somebody who is making a presentation here on my show is bringing like all these folks who are really passionate about who they are claiming to be, it actually is evidence that they're doing something right. So grateful that all of you are here watching. Type In Season for me. So there's a question here. Hey, Marie, welcome. Says, do you have meat, fish, or dairy in healthy food plans?
Say it again. Repeat the question.
So she's asking if you have meat, fish, or dairy in your healthy food plans.
So the unique about my program is I want to make sure that I'm able to cater to every single person. So I basically meet everyone where they are. So we do a registration form, whether you're in women's wellness, or whether you're just general wellness. We want to make sure that we get all the information that we can. I get clients who are vegan. Some people are pescatarian. Some people are ovo, pesco. So whatever your preference is, say, "Hey, I like to eat eggs. I like to eat fish, or I don't like do red meat." Let me know what those are. Maybe you have some prescription from your doctor. Your doctor says, "Hey, I need you to do this," or your dietitian says, "Hey, I need you to eat like this." Just provide me the information, and I make the plan from there, so we can make sure it's customized to you, so you can have the best success.
I love it. And listen, they strong in the chat. They talking about In Season gang. Let's go, Ed Weech. Let's go. Shayana. Mom is here. Hello. Miss Mary Helene La Bastille. Welcome. Stephanie Jean-Jacques. Yeah, so we brought the In Season fam. So again, guys, looking at the support, investigate, look at his website. I want you guys to definitely check him out. We're going to be maybe another 15 minutes, but if you have questions, ask them now. We got Jeremie Etienne on deck, helping us understand wellness in terms of a holistic approach. I love the way that you're like an all-arounder, that you, again, do not just focus on, now starts with the fitness. Now let's be real. If your body is not well, you don't have wealth. So you need to have that type of wealth first, and then you want to move into other areas that we oftentimes struggle in. And I just thank you for who asked the question that has to do with balance, because balance is oftentimes, hard to achieve, and it's a continuous journey. So you can have it one way one day, and the next day it's like, whoa, next week, whoa, kids back in school, out of school, something happens and throws off your health or the health of a loved one. There's always us trying to reconfigure. So if you feel out of whack, that's like a human nature, state of being. But there are people that can help you more quickly regain balance, or come up with a better formula for how to achieve some form of balance for you in your various areas of life. So that person would be a coach like Coach Etienne here, who is able to give you a good what should I say, scrubbing, thorough look over every area of your life and go over it and figure out what you need. Go ahead, coach.
Yeah, so and I like to say, man, people need to understand that every person needs a coach. We all have our struggles in life. Maybe you might be struggling spiritually. You need a spiritual coach. You might need a pastor. Maybe you might be struggling financially. Hey, I need a financial coach. My money is looking funny. I need to work on my budget. You might need a financial advisor. You might need to talk to Ezra. There's some things. I have a wonderful guy there at Evans Altalot. Definitely connect you with him. I got people on my team that can help you out, but everyone needs a coach. Even I need a coach. There's some aspects in my life that I struggle in. So I need to subscribe to someone to help me out in some aspects where I feel a void. So everyone needs to coach. But also, guys, we need to understand we need to live in excellence. And over for us to need to get to that level of excellence, we can't do it alone. We need community. So connecting with people that can push you further along is part of the process. So that's why I'm here. I'm one of those people that could push you further along in your wellness. And if I can help you, trust me, I got somebody in my team that could. But I'm here. I'm here on the front lines. I'm here on the forefront. Just talk to me. Send me an email. Hit the website up. Contact me. The Instagram. The Facebook. Reach out to me. And trust me, we're here to save lives. I had a mentor say, "Hey, Jeremy, whatever you do, go out there, save lives."
I love it. And again, your in season fam is strong in this chat and helping us understand what it is that you are offering and how effective it is. So, in that vein, I want to go over maybe one more of your 24 habits. Y'all got to sign up and get the rest of them. And then I also want to hear about success stories from in your village, in your community, because I think there are people again who are going to think, wow, will he be able to help me though? I'm really down. I hide, a lot of us hide our real issues, and we don't want nobody to see it because we feel afraid of being judged. We feel, like a disappointment. We're embarrassed by it, all kinds of stuff. So the struggles that people have, I realize we bury it, we camouflage it, or we compensate. That's the best one. Overcompensate for it, and then we never really get it dealt with. I see you, Ishmael. His dad is here as well. Big up, daddy, watching. Okay, I love it. Stephanie says, "Save lives." Thanks, coach. Let's go, Ishmael. Accountability is important. Let me see. You got a couple testimonies. Thank you, little Ernest from out of ATL. Says good information provided today. I'm checking in from ATL. Thank you. Appreciate you watching, giving us your feedback. Tamara says, I've experienced in season firsthand as Jeremy put me on a special plan to avoid pregnancy complications. Wow. So if it's something, so I wanted to ask you that when you went to Life University, my brother went to Life University and did chiropractic. What did you study?
So I studied the same thing that I studied at FIU. I studied dietetics.
Oh,
And life changed my life because at FIU, at the time where I was going to FIU, we was focused on care, not preventative care. It was more focused on the care. Like you're in the hospital setting, let's provide you the clinical care that you need to get you on your way. So you're already diabetic. You already had your stroke. You already have your cancer, whatever the issue is. Let's get you out the hospital where you're probably there for a couple of days, weeks, maybe a month max, depending on how severe or acute or chronic your situation is. So we focus on that. I get to life and they'll say, okay, let's not rush to medicine so fast. Let's focus on what we can do before we get into the hospital. I was like, whoa, mind blown, mind blown. So I studied dietetics, and then I learned that they had a minor in health coaching. So I did a minor in health coaching slash wellness coaching, and I started to study positive psychology. And I started to learn all these things that are beneficial when it comes to the coaching method. So I learned a lot being at Life from all my mentors, the teachers there. I recommend that for any dietetic student. You're going to learn a lot there at Life. And plus, it's such a unique school. Everyone makes you feel like family there. I'm looking forward to going back there. I hope to teach there in the future.
ooh,
So Life was amazing. Just changed my life just being there. And that's because of Life. They played a very pivotal role for me switching from being a dietitian to me being a wellness coach.
I love it. So the holistic view is real. So can you talk to me about as we close out here shortly, and I know you have to probably keep things. I'm an attorney, so I don't like to put people's business out there, and I'm required by law to keep it private. Is there any success story that you can share or that your clients wouldn't be opposed to you sharing. I don't know. I didn't get clearance, but you know.
Lily could just send you the text messages on the chat right now, and they can say, "Hey, I lost." Tell me, just show in the chat, "Hey, I lost this," or "I lost this with Jeremy," or tell them how you're feeling now, in comparison to how you were before. Drop it in the chat, please. But
Well,
definitely,
okay, so we're gonna do it. If you have had a wonderful impact by being a part of the community, this is great. Say what you've experienced, please. Put it in the chat now, whatever you're comfortable sharing to those in season folks who are here and strong for their coach. Um, this is a time that we want to hear from you because I think people watching will understand, you know, quite plainly if you are able to share how did he impact your life or the programming. It's a multi-week. Can you explain a little bit more what they would be signing up for if they do contact you? And again, if you have a success story and if you're a part of the in-season fam that you want to, oh, here they go, I lost 30 pounds, let's go, let's go. Stephanie, thank you very much. If you what,
yeah.
do I need to call you now?
So yeah, so definitely, while everyone's throwing their stories in there, I'll kind of give you like a highlight of some of the things that brought me to where I am, and kind of let me solidify this is what I'm meant to do. This is what God has called me for. I always tell people you could have chosen anyone, but you chose me. I do my job. God makes you lose the weight. So what I do is I started off coaching for a company, and then I went from coaching in Georgia. We moved down here. I helped reopen another branch of that company. I won't say the company name, but I helped open up another branch. We started off with one client. By the time I left, we had 150 clients. I was coaching roughly about 50 clients for that company, and at my best year there, I had 1,000 pounds of weight loss. My biggest success story was a person that was vegan. He came to us about 405 pounds, and along with using the system that they created and some of the things that I've learned over the years, we got him from 405 pounds to 270 pounds, 272 pounds. So one of my biggest success story, amazing guy, amazing guys. Every once in a while, we still shoot the text. Every once in a while, I always treat all my clients because I feel like they're family, they're people I love, and we have a general love for each other. So that was one of my big success stories. So once I realized what I do, my coaching method help works. I got out of there and I just started helping as much people as I can. And as you can see, there's some people in the chat. I mean, people from age 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, even in their 60s and 70s. I'm helping them lose weight and just generally be overall help. As you can see, Mary Ellen, she's there, and she's wonderful. She's moving and grooving. I'm telling you, look at this lady, you're like, how old are you? What's we're doing things, and I'm so grateful that God's put me in this platform to serve as much people as I can. We served about 100 people. And compare it with last year with the corporations that we engaged with, and all the clients that I engaged with last year, we served about 100 people, and we hit another mark with roughly about 1,000 pounds of weight loss last year. So we're just so grateful for all the things that we're doing. And just to kind of piggyback on one of the person asked, and we're going to go to those success stories in a little bit. One of the person said, "Hey, how's the process work?" So generally, you come, you reach out to me. You can reach out to me through my website, shoot me an email, shoot me. And basically, what we're going to do, we're going to have a call. I want to give you a consultation. I want to give you a full breakdown of what this looks like. We're going to talk for like 15, 20 minutes, and then I'll give you space to have all the questions you have. You go from there, and usually they're gonna be like, "Hey, where do I sign up?" From there, we give you a little registration. We build up your plan. We build up your exercise plan because some people are like, "Well, what I'm gonna do for workout?" It doesn't matter if you're in the gym. It doesn't matter if you're working at home. If you're in the park, I'm going to create an exercise plan for you. I'm going to create a meal plan just for you. And then also, we have our own app, guys. So you get to hang out with me on my in-season app, and you get to hang out with the amazing people that you see on this chat today. We have our in-season community, and we hang out as we lose weight together. Right now, we're doing the green challenge, so everything green we're doing. So we're showing off all our green smoothies, all our green salads, all our green shakes, all our green sandwiches, and we're having fun. So this is our process. This is what we do, and we have fun doing it.
Man, y'all might have me signed up for after Easter. Come on now. Hello, somebody. I'm
Come on
like,
now.
I lose and gain the same 10 pounds over and over again. Woo, praise God. Let's read some more of the testimonial, shall we? Stephanie says, I try so hard to lose weight, but I couldn't. Jeremie's program works. Unbelievable. Now, how much did Stephanie say she lost, Stephanie? Did you put yes? She says she lost 30 pounds, which is incredible. Shout out to you, Stephanie, and shout out to Coach Jeremie for helping you to get there. Yes, Ezra agrees, says Coach makes it very realistic based on my schedule and running a business. Ezra with the 15 pounds. Okay, the LBs are dropping off. Ezra with the, I think your background in dietetics, because I think a lot of people who are trying to advise folks may not have that specific expertise. They might have the personal training expertise, but having the food and nutrition side of wellness kind of, being what you've studied, I think gives you a heck of an advantage so that people can understand metabolically what's going on in different body types or people who are having difficulty, snapping that plateau like certain people, but I already kind of know what I'm doing. Lania says, Mommy actually talks about the food she eats decreases from food she take. Let me see. Mommy actually talks about the food she eats decreases from the food she's taking out to eat. Okay, so she's decreasing the amount that she's taking out. Talks about Jeremie as she does it. Okay, so she has made adjustments in how much she's eating. All right, we're gonna just let it roll. Now I know what to eat and when to eat, says Stephanie Jean. Jacques, okay. Thank you. The David Carmina show says, a great topic. I'm at my ideal weight, a frame of 6 foot, 185 to 190. Okay, go, Mr. Carmena. But I like hearing ideas of how to maintain it. After Easter, listen, y'all gonna hold me to it. I was like, wait, I know what I'm supposed to be doing through Easter, spiritually speaking, anyway, but I don't know how to do it for weight loss. And I'm a person that loves to work out. When I tell you I run, I sprint, I do what is it called? Circuit training. I go to a gym where they do circuit training. I'm like leading the exercises. I'm like battle rep, battle rope, battle. I'm like doing all this stuff, and trust me, I'm still at the same weight. I'm embarrassed, but the man stopped even weighing me. He's like, so sad. Like, he's so funny, and I'm like, I'm working out. He's like, it's not your workout. Stop the lying. Okay. But y'all know Jeremie got a channel. You're going to go over subscribe. If you're new here, please subscribe. Consider subscribing to the Suzette Speak Show. Fun conversations that edutain. Tamara adds, I'm currently in the maintenance phase of the program. So this is your wife that lost postpartum. Did she say, let me go back up the comments, 60 pounds? What was that about? Talk about that.
So my wife is pretty much my first client. We had to learn, being that she had some issues with iron deficiency and a couple of other things that we had to do. We wanted to I wanted to make sure that I gotta preach what I talk. It starts at home. Your ministry starts at home. So we were about to hit roughly about 200 pounds. 200 pounds from with the baby. The baby can eat a lot. We were like, babe, I gotta get this down. I'm about to crack 200. When I give birth, we gotta break this down. I said, all right, let's do it. So along with breastfeeding, guys, if you don't breastfeed, please breastfeed. It's good for your baby, but it's also good for you too. You can lose a lot of weight with breastfeeding. So I encourage you to do that. But then also I wanted to make sure that we did a good, healthy diet so that she can properly feed the baby. She needs the food, the nutrients to feed the baby, but she needs enough nutrients to properly lose weight as she goes through the process. So yeah, we did our thing, and then now she went from 190 something to 170, and then 170 became 160, 150. Then we got down to a healthy 140. And then also we wanted to make sure that we maintain. We have to figure out what's that weight for you. Some people think like, oh, I gotta get down to this number. But then as we start to go down, that number start to change. You're like, oh, you know what? I thought I should have got down to this weight, but now I'm starting to look sickly, or I don't have the energy to put the proper output. So now we need to bring that number up a little bit. So we found that little balanced number, and then we create a plan that makes sure like what can we do, what when we eat, and what can we do to maintain this stage. You might fluctuate maybe 2 to 3 pounds. That's fine. But we want to make sure that's a nice healthy range and then consider it from there. So, hey, that's the goal. People gain weight, people lose weight. I want to end that. Let's find that healthy weight. Let's maintain it. Let's have that proper habits in place and structure in place so we can continue to live a nice, healthy lifestyle.
I love it, guys. We're about to wrap. The plan helps me stay in range. Okay, start at home. Y'all go subscribe to his channel. Follow him. He has 2 pages on Instagram. I want you to find him in season. Jeremie, let me see. Shayana, I always say Shayana or Shayana says I'm a personal development client, newly nutrition client. Okay, so life changing. I'd be most. That's where I struggle. Like, and I am a pescatarian, pesca vegetarian. I've been doing a lot of soups for Lent. I love making soup, so I hope that's on the plan. But I've been making. I'm like I think I'm like I could open a Jamaican soup restaurant. My soups is busting, coach. When I made my split pea, I made a wonderful chickpea, vegetarian chickpea, as well as a vegetarian butternut squash. Life. I'm like, what? I can actually cook, y'all. I'm like, I'm shocked at what I made. It was so good. I'm in a soup mood, and I've been able to do it. And like, what I'll do is like, if I'm hungry and I don't know what to eat, I'll drink a little of my soup. So, but I know you have much more technique that people need that is not less, that are just more technical. And what I like is that you tailor it. You're tailoring it for each individual. Sometimes people think, okay, this worked for this one person. I use that meal plan. That person lost 10 pounds. But for you, it might not work because you have different metabolism, you have different daily activity rate, you have other things going on in your body. So I love the fact that it's personalized and tailored as what you're offering. Shayana says he's able to cater to you even if the goal isn't to lose weight, but to maintain and tone. So not for those who don't have thick girl problems. If you are looking to even just maintain, okay, fine. Final tip, coach, when you are looking at the holistic person, give us one more tip before you head out. And like I said, if anything else you want to share about your overall work that you do with folks in terms of successes. Final tip for the night, please.
Just understand that you're created for purpose, and we have to facilitate that. Whether it's in our health, whether it's in our spirituality, whether it's in our relationships, we want to make sure that we're facilitating what God has called us to be. So I wanted you to be the most healthiest, sexiest, most relationable. I want you to have the most, be financially stable. I want you to have everything that you need to do that. And if I were to give you a tip, the biggest tip that I could give you is just get a plan, get a structure, and then follow it through, and you're going to need some type of motivation. Get a coach to help keep you accountable. And then also after that, get community. I have one of our clients, she said, hey, Jerry, on Tuesday, I met with another client within the community, and we're going to go walking on Tuesdays. So she doesn't only have me, but she has someone that she tag team with in the community just to go walking with her. So these are the things that you need. First, get a plan. You get a coach or someone, have that person drive you through that plan, teach you how to properly execute that plan. And then now you say, hey, can you check on me from time to time just to make sure I'm properly executing? And if I'm not, kind of teaching me and guide me through the process. And then on top of that, get someone else. Say, hey, I'm going through this process and I just need you to help keep me accountable. Or do you want to walk with me through this journey together? So easy tip, very simple, very generalized, but this is something I could definitely encourage, but you need a plan first. And if you need a plan, I'm your man.
Let's go. I wanted him to say where he can be reached. If you have any final success stories, now is the time, coach. If you have questions, you have to contact him now directly. Go to his socials. He has a Facebook page, y'all. He has Instagram, you guys, too. Website, InSeasonJeremie.com. His brand is called InSeason, staying true to wellness, in and out of, I was going to say in and out of season, but really for every season is probably a better way to put it. So InSeasonJeremie.com. Thank you, RM. The links are in the chat. If you're watching Team Replay, it's in the video description. So best way, this is what I wanted to ask you for me personally. So if a client comes to you and says, the only thing I really need right now is weight loss help, would you do that?
Sure. Like I said, that's initially where I started, and I can't let go of my roots. So this is what I do, and eventually, what happens is most of my clients, whether personal development, they start off personal development, then they transition to focusing on nutrition and weight loss and just healthy living. Some people start off on healthy living, then they try to transition to personal development because they're like, man, I'm feeling good. And now you're feeling good, you're looking good, and you're like, I can take on the world. And I'm like, okay, what you gonna do? Like, I don't know. All right, let me help you with that. So that's what we do. So like I said, my goal is to motivate, educate, inspire as much people as I can to be the greatest person that they can be. So yeah, I do take nutrition clients as well.
Awesome. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. Linnea said, great show, Suzette and Jeremie. Final thoughts from you, coach. If you want everybody look how to get in contact with him, it's on the screen. Also, like I said, in the description, you can always reach out to him, DM him. That's how I got to him, or go to the website. Final thoughts.
All right, so I kind of want to leave everybody with a quote by Jay Stanford. It says, "Health is a state of your body. Wellness is a state of being." So just want to tell everybody, if you when you think about wellness, it's a state of being. So who are you trying to be? You know, who are you trying to be? Let's identify that person and let's pursue it. Let's pursue it. Let's chase it. Like I said in the beginning, if you didn't were listening, you start off, you have to find yourself. And then from once you find yourself, you have to create who that person is. We have to create that being. Who are you trying to be? So I leave you with that. Go out there, go be great, go be amazing.
Shout out to go Jeremie Etienne. Woo, 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 woo. Doing work tonight. Thank you for being here, coach, and thank all of you for watching at home. Again, you know how to get in contact with him. All of his information is in the video description. I want to thank you for taking time out of your Monday call to sit with us, educate us, and encourage us. If you really are serious, guys, get him a call. Or if you need to get serious, actually, give him a call. He's there for your support. Shout out to everybody from the InSeason community who watched tonight. Clearly, there are changes being made in people's lives if they're all here saying this is work for me. He has helped me. Tamara, okay, wifey, says, great job, Jeremie and Susan. Thank you so for having Jeremie in the entire season. Of course, the pleasure is mine. As soon as I saw his page on Insta, I was like, this man is doing work. And I love to share people who need a platform, not need one, but deserve one, so that other people can hear about them. If I find something is good and working, let's share it. So big up my Haitian American brethren, yes. And you're international, because I have a lot of people that watch overseas. You're international no matter where you are.
Let's go, family.
Well, thank you everybody again. Shayana, Ezra, everybody else. Go find him, guys. Go find on his channel. Go find him on socials and support. That's it for today's show. We're out of time. I hope to see you guys back next time. Thank you again, Coach Jeremie Etienne in the building. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.